Hello and welcome to another Havoc Sons video. Well, yeah, it's interesting because I have some loyal followers and I appreciate you guys that like to watch what I do. Even if it's just a few of you. And I really do want to do some more stuff. But this is a quagmire of retirement. We ended up trying to buy a ranch that was on fire, and it burnt a little bit. And with permits and coming out of COVID and material costs sky high, or the lack of material, I'd pay anything for some stuff just to get the jobs done. It's just been way beyond my time frame that I had allotted for movement and starting my videos. So some of the stuff I'm doing now is just what I can reach. And I thought that I would do a video that I find very important, and that is models I love. Like, these are from my childhood. You got to go back to the early 70s, maybe late 60s. I'm really dating myself. But these monograms came out, the 1/48 scale, they came out, and these were just great models. A lot of detail. This is the Mustang 1/48. And then we have, geez, it's been so long, I forget. I think this is the Hellcat, or it could be the Wildcat. I think this is the Wildcat. I know it's been so long. And then this one was a bomber. Geez, I forget the name of this one too. But this one actually did really well for us. It sank some carriers. And it paid back Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor quite well. So for its time frame, it was a pretty good plane. These are all monogram 1/48s. Now these have, I've kind of fixed them, repaired them, and put them back to perfect condition. This one I'm working on now. These got basically destroyed from the move. My grandkids playing with them when I wasn't looking. But anyway, what I did is I searched for another monogram on 1/48 scale Mustang, and from that I get these pieces over here, and I can put the plane back together as I did this. So these are the models that I love. This is a 1/48 Mitchell. Love this one. This one was the one that was the first one to bomb Japan. I'm still looking for this. These are kind of pricey. Now, let me show you the models that I hate. Anything in the Testors Easy Builder series. These things are horrible. They're absolutely, I guess there are some people that really love small footprint. And that's cool, but I get that. But I mean, this is horrible. The flash on here is not so bad, but it's a limited model with limited parts. It builds in about 10 minutes. The white backing is a neutral color. It's okay as a small model to be shown, but you can see here the original price when this model first came out, $1.27. Back then, that wouldn't have been so bad. And I remember when models were under $1. So that's not such a bad price. But unfortunately, if you look now on eBay or anywhere else, you can't get these models with shipping or anything else like that for between $15 and as high as $30, which is crazy for this. This is a horrible model $15. Anything in the Bronco series, same situation. Very, this is a German, I guess like a PT boat. But can you see the scale of that? I mean, it's kind of nice that they include some metalworking. I forget what you call that. Makes this model probably a little bit nicer than most. As far as models that I hate, the Bronco series would be on the higher end of the best of the worst. Anything in the Bronco series. If you're going to get these small models, if you really like the detail of small models and that whole thing, Bronco's probably the best. This is the worst. Hobby Boss. Pretty much anything that Hobby Boss does is cheap. Especially when you get down to very small scale. They though also include a little bit of metal framing. I don't know if you can see that in there, detailed metal work, which makes this submarine, for its size, an okay build. But not what I consider a model that I like to build. Then you have these models that come out of different countries. This one here, it came out of, I think this is Belarus. Yeah, which I'm not a fan of this model. I mean, there's no flash. The detail's pretty good. I'm not a fan of this model simply because Belarus sided with Russia on their attack on the Ukraine, and well, I just feel that that's crazy. Here's another model. This one, I think this one is from from Poland. Now, Poland puts out a couple of fairly decent models. I like that they add the rubber tires to them. So this, and this is from Certi, C-E-R-T-I. This is on the better side of what I consider a bad model, but I'm saving the worst for last. Okay. Originally, this is Kitec. There's a lot of these out. Now, the model's not in here because I built it. I'm going to go get it and show it to you. This originally listed for $7.90. Then they had it sale price down, I think the cheapest, yeah, yellow tag down to $2. These models sell close to 30 bucks now. I'm serious. You can't find them for anything. You definitely can't find one for under $20. They're absolutely not worth it. And let me show you why everybody is all excited about this particular model. Okay, first of all, they spelled the Enterprise wrong on the box. That should have been your first clue. The stand does not fit the ship correctly. Apparently, this is not the Enterprise. This is the Enterprises. Here is, and you know, I didn't finish it, but here is the model. And what makes this model so fantastic and why it sells for as much as it does, it's motorized. Little switch is right there. You hit it, and that turns it on. So it is a motorized model. Other than that, this one had a lot of flash. This one had, detail was horrible. A lot of the small parts were almost impossible to get off the tree. As far as the worst of small models, anything from Kitech are the worst. The best in small models, well, I wouldn't consider 148 a small model, but at least back in the day, this was a great price. You could get these models pretty cheap, and that was the Monogram 148 scale of all the famous planes of World War II. So you will see these models on eBay a lot. You can still even get these. I don't know how people are still finding them, but it's possible. So if you're looking for a good plane to build, look for the Monogram 148s. You're going to pay a little bit for those, but they're a good plane, they're a good model, and they come out looking really nice. Stay away from the smaller kits. Anything in these scales. Definitely, which this one is 1 to 350 scale, which is not a bad scale, but for a small submarine, it's pretty bad. Definitely stay away from Easy Builder testers. This is by far the worst of the worst. I don't even know what they say the scale is on this. Yeah, the original price on here is not much difference than what you will see on eBay. To sell these for over $15, even with inflation, is horrible. So this is the worst of small builder, and here is your runner-up for the worst. And then, of course, you have your best for one. And the 172s, I didn't want to get into those because I've got a lot of these out right now, and I wanted to show them to you. But what I really wanted people to see is stay away from these two models. They're expensive. They're not worth it. I mean, the gimmick is this one's motorized. Most of them are, but it's a stupid little motor. Honestly, you could probably pin something together and come out better. This, I mean, it's just not worth it. For what you get and what they're selling for, they're just not worth it. Stay away from these. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to talk a little bit about the worst and what I consider my best. I mean, there's a lot better you can get. Of course, you can get a lot better models, but I'm talking about for the price, Point Break, what it does. I mean, this one, I mean, these models, look at the inside of this thing. They even, you know, they even go as far as to get you some, turn on a light set so you can see a little bit. Look at the machine gun bay. Look at all the little stuff inside. Very well detailed little model. And then, of course, there's this one. And mine are pretty dusty and dirty. I got to clean them. But not a bad model. Okay, well, hey, thank you for watching. Have a great day and a better life. Remember, do more of what makes you happy. See ya.